Good morning, this is Dr. O with Advanced Physical Therapy and Wellness, and today I'm going to be going over my stretching protocol that I personally use every morning for about 5 to 10 minutes, as well as I used to use it when I woke up with back pain, but nowadays I don't wake up with back pain, and I think it's got something to do with this stretching program. So first, start with the foam roll, just kind of hit the thoracolumbar junction, and then start hitting the mid T-spine in a wide position. And I'll do everything for about 5 deep breaths. And I'm going to protract my shoulders. I'm up in the upper thoracic spine and neck. You can always bias one side versus the other. Then I'll kind of move into a little bit of wrist stuff. I've just kind of been doing recently. Warm up the wrists a little bit. Come in. Maybe do a couple cat-cows. Go into the first downward facing dog. Speaking of dogs. Usually my first downward facing dog looks kind of like this, because I'm that tight every single morning. So what I'll do is I'll bend the knees a little bit, and then I'll really push those hips back until I feel it in the back of my hamstrings. Then we'll move into the first position, but normally I'll stack my hips and kind of open up the hips a little bit, do a couple leg circles, get a little bit of spinal twist in, and bringing it up and forward, posteriorly rotating the pelvis, sinking into that hip flexor stretch, running through here. Like I said, holding each stretch for about 3 to 5 deep breaths, depending on how much time I have. Next, I'll go into lizard's pose. Coming down through here. After that, I will move into a half splits. Again, posteriorly rotating the pelvis, and then leaning forward. It doesn't take too much. So don't round your back and do this sort of thing. Rotate your pelvis and just go forward so you start to feel it. Next, I'll move into pigeon pose. And lastly, I'll move into what me and a guy started calling pigeon dancer pose, or dancing pigeon pose, because it looks just like dancer pose while doing a pigeon, so you can get that quad stretch in there. Modify as needed, because not everyone will be able to get into a quad stretch here. If you need to balance, you can always hold onto a chair. I like to just place my hand on my knee. Next, go back into downward facing dog. Boom. And as you can see, already opening up a little bit more. Can almost get those heels on the ground. So next, I'll do the other side, coming up, stacking the hip, couple hip circles. Boom, coming back through. Back to hip flexor stretch on the other side. Lizard's pose. Half splits. Pigeon pose. And then finally, dancing pigeon. Okay, after I finish all those, remember 3 to 5 deep breaths for each stretch. I will do a supine twist to each side. Creating some length through the spine, coming up, and then coming across. Same thing, 3 to 5 deep breaths. And then switch sides, even it out. length, pushing down through the back heel, and twist. Usually I'll get a cavitation just like that. And you don't have to do this, but this is a good practice. If you would like, I usually finish that up with coming up with 5 people that I send gratitude to, as well as a quick meditation depending on how much time I have. And lastly, followed by a prayer. Amen, namaste, however you want to end your practice.